Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adams Show. My name remains Adams Lofimalajide, and you are welcome specially. How has been the day? How has been the week? And how's business in general? How's life generally? I hope you guys are doing well. You're doing exceptionally well. All right. So, my name remains Adam Solofemi, and this is the 83rd episode of the Otumba Adams Show. And we'll talk about business, we'll talk about freelancing, we'll talk about personal development on this show. And this is a live broadcast. So if you're watching me right now, you would like to introduce yourself. All right. So do so well by putting your name and location in the comment section, and I would welcome you especially. All right. So on today's episode, we'll be looking at a year after NSAS protest. What next? All right. So by this time last year, there was a protest in Nigeria, Lagos in particular, where some youths came out to air their grievances, rather. They came to air their grievances about the whole brutality by a special anti-robbery squad named SARS in Nigeria. And they were like, enough is enough, and we would like to put an end to this. Or they wanted the government to hear their cry. And unfortunately, some things went down, right? Even though the federal government denied the fact that like anything happened, but international companies, TV stations actually carried or showed footages of what actually happened on that day. Now, I am not licensed to show this because I am not a TV station, but the whole idea about the NSAS is the fact that like the brutality that the police, the special police squad, has been metin, or yeah, I think that's the word, right? That they've been unleashing on the youths of Nigeria. Like anybody that is see that is probably on dreads, or is probably like wearing a particular dress, or probably is carrying an iPhone, is tagged an internet fraudster. Right. Yes, we may have internet fraudsters in Nigeria, but it is not in all cases that like that is so. So, long and short, it's been a year now, and the question now is what next? All right, what next? What are we to do next? What has been the outcome of all of this from way back from the year 2020 right to this very point in time? All right, so if we look at the situation of the country ever since the time that like the protests took place last year to this very point in time, we literally can say that like nothing has actually changed in the system of the country. Despite the outcry of the youth, the dollar is still up. The price of gas has skyrocketed, like it has literally doubled. Like a lot of things are still the way they are. You can barely see something that you can say, hey, there's been an improvement on the society and humans are actually living better right now. Okay, I can see someone. Hello, Mr. DJ X More Music, Emmanuel Momo. I am great. Thank you for being a part of the show today. All right, so as I was saying, we can't really see any difference between then and now, right? Like a lot of things have actually gone worse. And if you are in Nigeria and you're probably earning in Naira, you know fully well that like some of the things that like you could easily buy last year, it is much more difficult for you to buy them this year. You have to like cut a lot of things out of your budget, and it is really, really inconveniencing for a lot of people. Yeah, more often than not, a lot of us might feel that like, hey, we just have to endure a lot of things, and maybe just maybe one day things would get better, and some would rather just pray about it. But on this episode, I am here to like share my own thoughts on what I feel should be done, right, as a body, and how we can actually go forward from there. All right. Mr. Momo said that like nothing has changed for good. The reverse is the case. All right. So let me get my notes quickly. All right. So Now, one of the things that like I realized that a lot of the youths these days are actually talking about is the fact that like some of them are of the opinion that like, hey, if this country is not going to get any better, it is best for me to just leave this country. Now, everybody is singing that anthem. I want to leave the country. I want to go to a greener pasture. I want to go to a better country where I can have access to everything and then my rights would not be violated. But one truth each and every one of us need to realize is this: not everyone would be able to have that luxury to be able to leave the country. In fact, not even up to a percentage of the country's population would be able to easily transit from Nigeria to another country where it is going to be convenient for them. This truth we need to learn to live by. We need to understand that, like, this is the reality of life right now. And we are all going to be in this country for the number of years where we will probably be spending on earth. Not everybody would have that luxury to even get to like fly a plane. Yes, some of us will get to travel, and then some of us would also not have that luxury to be able to travel. So we need to understand that, like, hey, whatever it is that we have to do, we have to do it ourselves, right? Right. You might be lucky to be able to like leave the country to a greener pasture. I might even be lucky to leave the country, but what about the rest of the people? And that is why I am having this episode today. All right. So one of the things that like I'm going to suggest, right? It is not a popular opinion. In fact, a lot of the time people kick against it when I talk about it. And it is the fact that like we all need to come out as one body, as youths, and vote. Now, a lot of the times people would say that like, hey, elections in Nigeria is a sham. It's scam. They already know who's going to come out at the end of the day, and what is the essence in me coming out to vote when I know that like my vote would not count. But really, look at it from this angle. If you keep on saying that, and you do not have the luxury of being able to leave the country, then you would still be in this mess of a country and you would still keep wallowing in suffering and in a lot of things that like should not be. The world has gone ahead, and it is only right for we Nigerians to take the bull by the horn and also try to like do something about it. Which brings me to the point that like I'm trying to make here. Get your PVC, all right? It's people are already registering for the PVC right now. Come out and vote. In the last general election, it was recorded that like the population of people that did not vote was much more than those that voted for either of the two major parties combined together. So meaning that like if 2 million people came out to vote, or let's say 10 million people rather came out to vote, right? So let's say 6 million for the one party, 4 million for the other party. We still had about 15 million people who chose not to vote. Now, imagine if those 15 million people who were probably like me, or the majority of these people were actually the youths, if these people could actually come out and vote for their own candidate, someone that like they have vetted and they feel that like, hey, if you're not going to do the right thing, we are going to pull you out, we are going to yank you out in the next uh, coming election. If every youth is politics savvy, everyone trying to like find out more information about what to do, then come the next general election, things would change for the better. I know for a fact that like this is an unpopular opinion, and I just have to say it. You would not have a different Nigeria if you choose not to vote. Okay? Protests, yeah, they have what they can do, but your power comes by you voting. And when you come out to vote, please make sure that like you monitor the result from your own word. That way you are guaranteed of the fact that like, hey, this thing would not be rigged. Technology has gone to the level that like you can actually monitor things that are happening. I was saying something that like if the youths decide that they're going to have their own monitoring room, right, to monitor every election going on, then the level at which these politicians would use hoodlums to rig election would be very, very minimal, because the pictures of the hoodlums and their acts will be carried or will be recorded on tape. All right. When they realize that like these things are happening, those that use hoodlums to rig elections would not be able to do that. All right. So go to the polling unit centers, vote. It is very, very important. It is very, very key for us to have a better Nigeria. All right. So that said, now let me move on to those who are entrepreneurs, who are business owners, and they want a better life for themselves. Or probably like you're out there and like you're feeling the scorch of the countries of the current economy, and you're asking yourself, "Hey, okay, I may not be able to have the luxury of leaving the country, but what can I do in the meantime to live a better life?" All right, what can I do in the meantime to live a better life? And I'm going to tell you this right now. You need to get to the level whereby you are able to earn in foreign currency. You need to be able to get to the level that like you are able to earn in foreign currency. Now, I am not asking you to go into um, internet fraudulence, right? I'm not asking you to become a Yahoo person. No, I am totally against it. I am telling you that, like, find legal means where you can earn money in dollars. Now, the internet has been so gracious to this generation that, like, you can be in the comfort of your home in Timbuktu, and then you're working for someone in Akure, where I am. Like, the internet has made everything so fast and made the world a global place. Now, you can be in the comfort of your home and you can also make money. There are a lot of ways you can make money out there. Now, I'm going to be sharing some with you, and I hope that like you'll be able to like kick off and make something out of it on the long run. All right. So one of the things that like I'm going to advise you to go into is, if you can, learn Amazon Kindle KDP. Right. You publish a book and then you put it on Amazon's website, and people would come to buy your books. Now, it doesn't sound as easy as I make it to sound, because there's always the business aspects of everything that like you're going to go into, right? Learning a skill is not enough, but learning the business aspects of that thing is very, very key. All right. Now, if you don't know anything about Amazon Kindle, there are a lot of people out there that you can actually get materials from. You can go on YouTube and watch a lot of videos to know the niches you can actually focus on to write books. Now, you don't have to be an orator. You don't have to be someone who is so great at writing, right? But just find out the system in which people are using to cash out. I think was it last week I was going through a particular WhatsApp group, and I saw a lady post that like she has made $22,000 between October 1st and 14th, and she is here in Nigeria. $22,000. Now that is over 12 million naira as it is within 14 days. Now that is just one person who is doing it right. Now, nothing stops you also from trying to like learn. Another thing that like you could do is become a freelancer on any of these platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, People Per Hour, 99 Design, and tons of other platforms out there that you can actually make money from. It is so easy these days that like if you put in the effort, you can actually start earn. Now, you may not earn something huge at first. It may start from like say $20 in the first month. From $20, you can grow to $50. From $50, you can grow to $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000, and then your life would become better. You would not feel the scorch of the current economy. All right. Learn a skill. Now, the platforms that you can use in learning a skill I listed here are Udemy. You can use Udemy, www.udemy.com to learn a skill. You can learn a skill from Skillshare. You can learn a skill from Coursera. You can learn a skill from EDX. There are tons of platforms out there that you can actually buy courses and then you learn from them. All right. Learn a skill. Use the next 3 months to 6 months honing your skill, trying to improve on your skill. Right. In short, there's some skills out there that like you don't really have to take too long a time to learn. All right. And then like you start seeing changes. And Start looking for companies that you can work with, right? Pimp up your LinkedIn account, pimp up your Facebook account, your Instagram account. Try to reach out to companies that are like, hey, this is the service I can render, right? And from there, you would start earning good money in dollars. All right. It's very, very important and it is doable. All right. It is very, very doable. Learn a skill today and grow from there. All right. So, this brings me to the end of today's episode on what I feel should be the next step to take after 1 year of the End SARS protest. My name remains Adam Tulofemelajide, and it's been a pleasure having you guys here. For those of you that watched me live, I am grateful. Thank you very much. And for those of you that will be coming around to watch again, thank you very much. Please do me a favor, like this video, all right? And then also, if you have any questions to ask me, comment in the comment section, or leave a comment rather in the comment section, and I would be sure to respond to the message. All right. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, please join the channel, like help the channel to grow. Thank you all for each and every one of you guys that have joined the channel thus far. But for those of you that haven't, please do also join. And if you're watching from Facebook, please share on your status. Please share with family and friends, and let us grow together. All right. Remember, as I always say, be the best version God has created you to be, and always give the world your best. Signing out, guys. Take care.